Hello everyone, this is Krembo from Emotionless Crypto Trading, and we're going to run some market analysis as usually for Ethereum to Tether USD on Poloniex Exchanger, 2 hours base candlesticks right here on tradingview.com when you can run your own market analysis for free. So let's go ahead guys and let's talk about our current situation within the market. Now we can clearly see that we are in a downtrending environment, which is something that a lot of people do not enjoy and makes a lot of the traders, a lot of the investors, everyone which is not trading actively and not having knowledge on how to handle this type of situations. It's making all those people lose money, which I do understand and I perfectly feel that. So what happens is we have the all-time high trending resistance line, which starts from here, from the all-time high. This is an important subject that I wanted to discuss, including the other extreme on the other side, which is the downtrending environment support line, which starts from here. It goes on like over here and then continues that way. So you can clearly see that like a few weeks ago we are within this downtrending environment between this all-time high trending resistance line and the downtrending environment support line. So we're not able to break out of this, and probably we will so as soon as the market decides to turn around and continue its growth. So what happens is, what's our current situation, which is right over here. The current pricing is $244, and it's facing and it's reaching over the support zone between $246 and $239. That's the support zone it's approaching right now over here. This is where is it the market right now. Well, with it had the confirmation, a strong confirmation here for the support zone. A few shadow is pouring into, which means that some more confirmations as well. There is one shadow pouring into right there, another one over here. So definitely a few confirmations for this support zone. And again, the reason why it is a zone, because it includes different and small difference in the price range. So between 246 and 239 we were able to confirm a few times and continue with a support zone like that. So definitely that's something to consider. As you can see, the market followed a decrease in price and then bounced it back a little bit right there in the last hours. But still, that's not the end of the story, as our support zone between 246 and 239 could break out at any time, which will probably lead us down to this position right here. That would mean the major support zone between $204 and $208 confirmed 2 times over here in a very, very powerful manner. So that's definitely something to consider as well. The downtrending environment support line confirmed over here as well, while we're having the support zone, which is the major one, at $204 at $208 right over here. You have to consider that as a good entry if the market bounces back. Now for the beginning, you could consider that as a good entry for a day trading, see how the market reacts from the bounce back. If it's actually confirming to continue supporting us within those price range, if it's confirming, you can buy into, hold it, see how it reacts, see where do you see the resistance. Because what could happen is our previous support zone between 246 and 239, which is this one right here, could become our next resistance zone. That's something to consider. Therefore, we're going to bounce back down the way and still continue in a side wave movement like that. That's something for you to consider. Now here, if it confirms, then it's a good entry for day trading to make a 5, 6, 7, 8, 10% profit if you know when to sell out. Now this could be also a good entry for a swing trading. In order to do that, we have to hold our trade and we need to see a breakout from the all-time high trending resistance line, which would also mean to break out of the downtrending environment, which is great because Ethereum will pick up again and it will reach the $300 limit, $400 limit, and then get over the all-time high $407 over the next period of time for sure. But for now, this is our situation and we have to handle it properly. we have to look for an entry for people who did not bought in. We have to look for positions from where you have high potential and percentage on profit, which is considered always whenever we reach very important zones, such as this major support zone between $204 and $208. Now this is something that you have to consider right here. You want to pay high attention on the charting and see if the support right there, it confirms. That's what you have to do. And then if it does, you want to buy into, hold it, see how does it react, and sell out if you see that we're not able to break out of the all-time high trending resistance line, which is over here, right? So definitely if we're not able to break out of that, you want to sell out. Or we might be able to face a resistance zone between 246 and 239 at that point, which is right over here. So definitely that's something for you to consider. You have to be very careful and active if you would like to do so. Now another scenario which could happen and the way you should react is the major support zone between $204 and $208 could break out. And that means we're reaching and getting lower and lower. So therefore we will approach the downtrending environment support line, which could be anywhere here, right? Which could be anywhere there, which is kind of a price below 200 bucks, anywhere up to 145, or I mean minimum 145, 140 up to like 180, something like that. We could approach this zone if we break out of the two support zones. Have to be very careful. As long as the downtrending environment goes on, the price is going to follow those the pricings. I mean, we're going to be there and we're going to face that situation of seeing Ethereum at 170, 180, 200, 160 if there's no breakout of the downtrending environment. Therefore, you have to pay high attention to what's going on in the market as much as you can. That's something that you would want to do for now if you want to be an active trader. And like I said, you want to look for these good entries which could make you a nice percentage on your income. So this is what we have for now. And another thing that I wanted to consider here is show you the retracement from the all-time high, which is usually between 40 and 60%. Now I'm going to show you what's happening. Usually after we have a uptrending environment for months or so, we're finding our all-time high, and from there we usually have a retracement, right, which is based usually on between 40 and 60% from the all-time high down the way. That's like the correction of the market. Now that means 40% we would have somewhere around here, which would be $243. The end of the correction for the Ethereum. That's one case scenario, which could be right now if we're breaking out of the all-time high trending resistance line, means that we have confirmed at 40% retracement. And then we have the next example, the next limit. I mean, it's not like an example, it's like the limit, 60%, which is down right here, and that's more tough. Gotta be honest with you, it's $162, and I know a lot of people would hate to see Ethereum at that price because they didn't sold into USDT. Like I said, what you want to do in order to protect yourself, and you're still at the early stages of the downtrending environment, right? Early stage. You want to sell out into USDT and buy into bottoms in order to speculate the market if you would like so, or wait to get out of the downtrending environment, which could be here for about few weeks or months, and then buy back into Ethereum, like you make an investment again for the next month or so, right? So definitely if you're able to catch the early stage of the downtrending environment, always you want to sell out your position into USDT in order to protect your funds. So this is something that you would like to do. Now, yeah, that's kind of all about for today's video presentation. I'm trying to keep this one pretty short. I'm trying to give you some information around where you could find some entry points for day trading, where you could see the market, where are our support zones, support lines, resistance lines, and so forth, the retracement, which is between 40 and 60% usually. Now, I'm not going to say this is the 100% case for now. I'm not going to say this is going to happen, but this is what we have usually, between 40 and 60% retracement from the all-time high for the specific situation that we had with Ethereum growing up for months and just sustaining like that. So that's kind of all about for today, guys, and I hope this video helps you to make your own decisions. Like I said at the beginning, it's not a video presentation where I'm giving out predictions, right? So that's kind of probably all about. Feel free to comment your ideas. Where do you see Ethereum over the next days? And when do you think we're going to break out of the downtrending environment which is happening in the entire crypto space, not only for Ethereum or Bitcoin or any other altcoin? This is definitely for everything out there. Feel free to drop down your ideas in the comment section, subscribe on my YouTube channel, and if you would like to become my student, where I'm going to teach you one-on-one from A to Z how to build up your cryptocurrency business, as well everything that you need to know about it, feel free to check the link in the description area, and then you have a video and then you can apply and so forth. We get in touch and we sort it out. So that's kind of all about for today's video presentation, guys. Thank you for watching and see you next time.